This is head coach Stephanie Smith, and this is our Storm Softball 2016 season preview. Last season was a really important year for our program. We ended up setting 12 school records throughout the season. We won a record number of conference games. We placed several players on all conference teams, and we had a lot of success along the way. We actually came back from our Florida trip with a 500 record, which was a program record. We ended up with 7 conference wins, which was a big progress from previous years. We had a lot of success at the plate and scoring runs throughout our season, which was a big improvement for us. And we finished very strong defensively amongst all of our other conference schools. We returned this year with 3 of those all-conference players, so we're very excited to see how we're going to continue to progress this year. Our 3 players that have returned this year that were selected to all-conference teams last year were Liz Carrico, who is currently a junior. She catches for us, and she may play more of a utility role this year. We have Savannah Carrico, who is actually her younger sister, who is a sophomore this year. She serves as a utility player for us as well. She bumps back and forth between the infield and the outfield quite a bit. And then our 3rd returner is also a sophomore, Allison Hines. She was our starting 3rd baseman all last season. All 3 of those girls were major contributors in our lineup, and they, for the most part, consistently hit in our 3, 4, and or 5 holes throughout the entire year. So to have that group back and to be probably placing them in the same spot in our lineup this year should do wonderful things. We have a group of 4 freshmen with us this year. One who is primarily an outfielder. We have another freshman who kind of floats between infield and outfield, but will mostly probably see time in the grass this year. We have another freshman who will probably see time between the corners and potentially behind the plate a little bit. And then we have a freshman pitcher this year who is probably going to work her way into our starting lineup on the mound. She comes from a very solid high school program and travel program, so we are very much expecting big things from her and to help turn our pitching staff around quite a bit. This season, we sat down at the beginning of the year and set some very realistic team goals within our program. Our biggest one is to continue to increase our winning percentage at the end of this season. We would like to, shoot for the conference tournament in postseason. We want to just continue to grow all of our statistical categories that we've been successful in. And then our biggest goal this year is for our pitching staff to make their numbers a lot better. If we can bring back our offense that we had from last season and bring back our same defense and then add better performance from our pitching staff, there's nothing this team cannot accomplish this year. So I'm very excited. We really want to start playing games as soon as possible. We have about 4 weeks left of preseason before we head down to spring training. So we're very excited to get things kicked off.